Sorry to ruin your story, but I'm in it for the gems, sadly. So call me a bastard. Sorry, Pi. No, I could just leave and just play Marvel Rivals right
Nahida!
now. I'm sorry to do this to you.
Should I say, it's nice to meet you? This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. But I also need to apologize. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and
You deserve
created
to be
so
freed,
much.
my child.
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our friends!
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or my concept of self has become so but now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and now she needs your help to save her country, and even the entire...
It's okay. With you here, Paimon's sure that everything will work out.
There's one more thing.
What is it?
For all the things the academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them...
Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up for yourself and not letting people walk all over...
I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to... If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true.
You would hate me regardless if I decided to jump the gun on Kusanali or Nahida, whatever you prefer.
We need to hurry and prevent the birth
It'd
of
be a
that
sin
false
if I
god.
did, and a sin if I
I
don't.
need to make some preparations. Since first things first, I need to remove the restrictions that the I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the Akasha and control it. After that,
If
I'll
I
make some
start
adjustments
spamming
and
the X
revoke the
button, you
sage's
would hate me if I
permissions. The
continued,
Akasha will then be like how it
because
originally
I would
was,
already destroy
only
more of the story
operable by the
and
Archon.
miss out the good stuff.
After all,
Whenever
the
everybody at
Academia
the end.
betrayed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's trust. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on your own preparations. If we don't stop the God creation plan in time, we'll be in for a tough...
Might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk... How's it going, Nahida?
I'm done with the parts that needed my... Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's design is... Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh? What's this little...
It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations.
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as... We're both small things that float. All the things that make Paimon special got copied.
It's alright, Paimon. It's only a flying device. But you're the traveler...
You're so good at comforting people, Nahida. If only the Traveler was as smart as you.
Hmm? I I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth.
Nahida, you're a natural at this. What you just said made Paimon even happier.
By the way, there's something I need to confess. Even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, I'm not very good at You may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, if we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'm glad I can rely.
So
I've located where...
I'll bring my seasonings. What is this place? Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a place like this hidden right slap bang in
The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most convenient way would be to build within the academia itself.
That's true. They were already hiding one god, so why not two?
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. The sages really saw the god creation plan as their ultimate goal, but this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the academia alone. The Fatui under the doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I've always felt that this doctor is different from the academia sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's enjoying the experimental process.
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the doctor being weird is...
So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god, we had previously come into contact with his consciousness. He harbors particularly strong obsessions. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for... The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't...
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that temper and ego of his...
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. Tell me more about him, and the more we know now, the better we can plan for and react. I see. Tell me more about him and what he's like. Ah, I see. How fascinating. Alright, time to go. Let's get...
Let's begin. Propagate!
No excuse for slacking.
I must leave no stone unturned. As a dutiful maid would.
Let's not waste time. Let's end this quickly.
Since you're the only one currently watching,
No slacking off.
currently one watching, I'll leave this for now.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
My duty.
I hope you can forgive me about starting this sooner, Pi. But... Looks like I've always jumped the gun in the worst times.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes.
In any case, let's see this big old bastard. Always be here. Ready for...
The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it.
Intriguing. Okay, so not on the home. Alright. I can't choose the system like this. And it didn't let me. Okay, fair enough, game. You're just not gonna let me choose this. Oh well. You? Just one dude? Seriously?
Scatter! No more
By royal
words.
decree,
Let's end
Leave it
this.
all to me.
Ah. I will end you.
Not if I do it next time.
Boba, get them!
Let's not waste time.
I'm the frying pan, it's the fire!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Let's end this quickly.
Boba, get them! Oz, reveal thyself!
I guess this is it.
So I'm supposed to match up. Yes. Okay, so there's more. Oh, fun. We'll be right back. Forgive me. So we're watching.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt. I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication. May the glory of the Prinzessin bring light to this world. I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt... I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication. I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
Sorry for taking long. Seems a nasty meal just decided to
You'll
ruin.
get frostbite.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Cold cut platter.
I apologize for keep dipping in and out of food.
Freshness preserved. Chill to the bone.
Chill to the bone, huh?
Out of the frying pan,
I
into
prefer
the
mine
fire.
nice and lowly cooked.
By royal decree.
Ow. Oh no.
Yeah. Nice and spicy.
As a good knight should. I'll catch up.
Germinate!
You're toast! Oz, reveal thyself! Zola, get them!
Can't run from death.
Gems for right. How kind of you. Though I question what's next. This is just gonna get bothersome.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
Ah. Hidden chest. And me screwing up my jumps. Oh.
Steady as stone. Someone needs assistance.
words.
Pan into the fire!
Let's end this quickly.
Propagate!
Leave it all to me.
Scatter!
I will end you. Use this first.
On reveal thyself! Boba, get them!
Steady as stone.
I guess this is it.
Nice and spicy!
Use this first. That seemed to work.
By royal decree! Out of the frying pan!
This.
Leave it all to me.
This is trouble. Come at me. Should've been careful.
Spring forth!
Can't run.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
As a dutiful maid would.
Killjoy, we've only just begun. I see through you, Ida. Ida. I have miscalculated. This was well done.
On reveal thyself!
No, my pretties.
Eat this!
This can hurt.
Propagate! Here!
Boba, get them! By royal decree!
Yeah! Scatter!
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed.
Oh no! What should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against a Fatui Harbinger with a Gnosis!
Are you nervous, Paimon?
If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous! Aren't you too, Nahida?
Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
Curious? Curious about what?
Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and everything that happens to us is considered knowledge. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur, so it has always drawn my curiosity. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore. I will personally experience my own fate with you by my side. Isn't this such a wonderfully exciting thing?
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling.
Agreed.
Cute.
Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Time to fight the adorable child I got left neglected. Oh boy. It's bigger than I've seen. We wouldn't make it that easy. And the poor adorable little
Who
eyeball.
would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No,
It's just a
I
child
can't
holding its
feel the same kind of
tantrum.
divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
A true god that's gonna get whooped by some random guy
Balladeer has already become
and
a
an
god?
annoying child that floats around him.
Balladeer, a long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
It's kind of sad when you really think about it.
This imposing aura.
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom.
Human wisdom and the art of war.
You sure are something. Dishing out compliments at a time like this?
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Power? I see it, little kiddo. But understanding how to use it is a different story.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature,
A god and a child.
know your place.
The strife engraved upon a Gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it, all those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no point in bringing it up again.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the fortuity to personally participate in the Archon War. This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power.
It's only
No
simply
wonder your own
obtained.
people have abandoned you, god of wisdom.
It's only simply obtained to just rule over others before another takes its place. A mere joke.
Your judgment is as your existence. unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer, the god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me in combat.
Or you get someone else to do it.
Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
No, it's a joke is a joke.
Insignificant past!
As a good night show.
Still. Damage is damage, but none is being planted.
Reveal thyself.
At my command, you shall
God damn it, that's not what I wanted. Ow. 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 That did a decent amount of damage.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Oh, it did so much damage. I didn't have no else defense.
perish!
How do I do?
Insignificant past! My endless cycle
I'll catch you.
begins!
That's a lot of damage. Ouch.
Perish!
Steady as stone.
Nah. I think I'll live.
By royal decree.
Churn! Feeble human!
Oh, it's the pressure plates. Okay. That makes sense.
Odds reveal by...
At my command, you shall fall! Scatter!
Leave it up to me.
Yeah. I choose not to die easily.
That's going back to the
Feeble
wash.
human!
Time to clean up.
And an order of human is going to annihilate you.
Insignificant past!
Okay, it's time to this name. But know your place.
My
By royal
endless
decree.
cycle begins!
Get them!
Not bad, kid.
Perish! Midnight Phantasmagoria.
I summon thee!
Oh, he just died.
Feeble human!
Angle my ass. Sure, I'm incompetent, but so are you. Now show me the big old boy. Show me the big old boy. It's going to rain on my little parade. There he is. Let the real fight begin. Now, this is what we call a beautiful mech.
Steady as stone.
Just heal all that damage up real quick.
Burn to oblivion!
By royal decree.
Ouch.
Someone needs assistance. Leave it all to me.
Kneel!
Yikes, that was a close call.
Oz revealed by Booga. Get them.
Someone needs assistance.
Reality is pain!
That's not gonna be enough, kiddo. She's nothing but a child. I'm in a mess, not like this. It's just cruel.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, booer?
Kiddo. Never be rude to my hero.
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me?
This poor child doesn't understand the power of a god. And our stealing one wasn't.
We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me?
Probably at the start.
You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this
The
little
insanity
trick?
of infinity is doing the same thing
Come,
over and
traveler.
over again.
Just like before. Allow me to awaken the
something new.
memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience.
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god.
Simple. Just hit him hard. Child with power has basically nothing. You don't have battle experience. You're still just a child.
Now, all of Sumeri's wisdom is at your disposal.
An anti-machine gun turret.
Meaningless tricks won't save you.
Oh no, here we go again. Honestly, if they could make amazing cutscenes, they could do better on the events. Rewards.
Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Boor.
Don't give me
I
that.
am the all-knowing God.
I must leave no stone unturned.
You're toast!
Oh wait, I just realized that was 6 characters. That's 5 characters.
Terminate!
You're gonna do no damage until we get him down.
Burn to oblivion!
Nah.
Leave it all to me, as a good knight should.
I'll just break it down until there's nothing left. Let's overcharge him.
Kneel!
I choose the better option. I refuse.
Reality is pain!
Yes.
Someone needs assistance.
It's payback time, baby!
Good riddance, cruel world.
I must leave.
I don't. Oh, dear.
By royal decree, at the fry pan, into the fire!
I see everything.
Oh, her abilities don't. Oh. That's a real shame.
Scatter! Propagate!
Oh.
Your new god awakens!
I
Now,
didn't lose much.
your eyes have been opened.
Leave it all to me.
Kneel!
Ouch. Yup.
Reality is pain! No rest for the wicked.
Well, you're
I
up.
must leave no stone unturned.
That's gonna come in handy.
Burn to oblivion!
Nah,
Nice and spicy!
I'll do it my own way. That is
By
not
royal
why
decree.
I'm even clicking right now.
catch up.
Enjoy, little brat. DPS isn't my style. At least in this way.
Humans.
So mechanics are the best option I have.
Humans.
We don't really hate humans. We just wish they could be with you forever. I was still a child.
No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
That's already too late right now. You lost.
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Preferably another, but whatever you prefer, I guess.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this. Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand.
The knowledge that must be hidden.
Your inference seems logical enough.
A reason why people go to war.
Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her power. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago, but I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger.
So, if we're in the remaining conscious...
Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her
Just hit it
actions,
and
the
stop it
pollution
going
would have been
rampant.
far more rampant over these... The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul.
Do you...
I'm just... sharing her pain.
and pollution.
The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions, all the way up to her last breath?
A person that pushes through hell and back. Sounds about right. Rather sad.
She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, but now, We have a chance we can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right, and then we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person. Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind.
That's so scary.
Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon. Let's go.
Did you just call Paimon empty-headed or stupid? In a polite yet sweet.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes...
Wow. What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
You're a joke.
Someone needs assistance.
You're just adorable. Let's go. Don't you think, little guy?
Out of the frying pan, into the...
Scatter!
Steady as stone.
Too slow.
By royal decree.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Boba, get them!
That was my
Propagate!
As a dutiful maid would.
Petrification. Let's break you pieces.
Someone needs assistance.
Oz revealed by...
Burn. Electrocution. That's a little too Dendrobe to calm my nerves.
Wings of darkness, come!
Oh, lovely.
Leave it all to me.
Assistance.
Propagate!
Just have to keep this
Someone needs
blood
assistance.
into
By royal decree.
I must leave no stone unturned.
bites and it does. I would appreciate
Out of the frying
if
pan, into...
dear companions.
Nice and spicy.
Steady as stone.
Whirling stitches have appeared in the sky!
Another companion, seriously?
As a good night should.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Out of the frying pan, into...
Bites the dust.
Nice and spicy.
Propagate! Germinate!
I must leave no stone unturned.
2, 3. Oof. Actually, did damage. Neat.
Steady as stone.
Okay, buddy.
Reveal the...
Time to clean up.
You are gonna be a bitch.
I'll catch up.
I hate this.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Nice and spicy.
Propagate! Yeah!
Wings of darkness. Come, sever night
Sever
from
night.
It's the fun.
Sorry, pal, but
Eat this.
Someone needs assistance. As a dutiful maid would.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first.
that shouldn't be that difficult one. Again, how I play. It's not going to be fun.
We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us out of here.
A new moon. What an interesting sight.
We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been completely normal for Paimon.
Because your head is empty.
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time, we should be able to meet Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before?
Have you never met your mother before?
No.
Yes.
It
That makes
seems
sense,
that my
Yelza.
birth and her death took place at the same time. Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance, and I could have done a better job.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get out of this creepy place.
How cute.
So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
It's a beautiful, marvelous tree. Held by light and beautiful Osaka trees. As yet to
Well,
really
this is the
disappear.
place.
How intriguing.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? But the one standing over there
He
is...
is the Greater Lord.
Is that me? She looks exactly... Are you Greater Lord?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance?
She just looks like the same version of you, but just a brighter variant.
Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same...
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago.
That's just
Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great archon like...
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater archon than I.
A child must know to be better than their parents. It's more of an honor. And it can make a parent happy or falter, depending on how it goes.
I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right?
That makes sense.
Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
Makes
At that
sense.
time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone. Which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom, though it was selfish to do so. I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul.
Interesting.
But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption is from the very beginning. My existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. Even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox.
Where something shouldn't be happening at all, ending up creating the worst possibilities.
So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from—
Wait, no, I can't.
So you realize what that implies? You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have but this is the only way to save Irminsul.
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. I am exactly the same. How can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
Bullshit.
But this is so cruel.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking. All let the world completely forget.
How about we don't do that and find an alternative means?
We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world.
By killing yourself, you already created a paradox.
We perceive its wonders until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch
Don't truly
and
erase
finally
yourself.
snap off the
Because
most
the forbidden knowledge
important belief.
exists in the abyss. Meaning, no matter what you
Once
did,
upon a time,
you
I
were just
alone
an
dreamed in this world. In my
That doesn't
dreams,
change.
everybody
Sacrifice
would also
is
dream
sad,
after
though.
they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds.
Painful.
Some tumbled to the
Sad.
ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world.
Plus,
Only
can't
they
really get forbidden
can completely
knowledge.
repel the madness. Only
Knowledge
dreams
still exists.
can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness.
Well, that's so sad.
I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
You will never truly be forgotten. Nor will you ever.
I'm alright. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 then. We removed the remaining pollution from Merman soul.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Interesting. The plot thickens. Oh, bothersome. An asshole has shown himself yet again.
Huh? That sound...
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally...
The doctor! What?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on God. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little... Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our...
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru.
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru.
3 separate selves. The oldest, the youngest, and the one in the present.
Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess.
In each world, there's always a third of them. Or could there
Even
be
the
more?
same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you're in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake...
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an It was my experiment. So why should I interfere?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment. You really are crazy.
He's not
If the
crazy.
experiment succeeded,
just normal.
you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced it? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Human who seeks knowledge. Might as well made yourself a lich. But technically, you already had by breaking the rules of what's supposed to be balance in nature.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all.
No, you just call that normal and insanity at its finest.
All right, that's enough conversation for today.
And
The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful material. For example, Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that electro-gnosis in battle.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... what if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Just have destruction.
Awaken the heavenly principles? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Teyvat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility?
Gamble? How
Surprising.
surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the god of wisdom.
She was trapped for 500 years in basically a place that never stopped repeating. So, she's still trying to gain back all that knowledge from her past self, or, my preferred statement, her mother who created her.
But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experiment. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then.
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting.
What price would you
have
have me
How
pay?
about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time.
It's rather ingenious, yet simple.
Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort. Requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been wary? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless argument.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with being as smart as you are. Have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you...
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've...
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so
short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have
Please
wait!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to...
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time.
That's sad.
Another chess piece. And where is...
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of... Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god...
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's... Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are...
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth of the... Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say, with negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very glad I got to meet you like...
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
I don't like this. Tevat's skies are fake. Then, the world above the kingdom has crumbled and fallen down from the sky as a blazing crimson red.
Wait, together! Okay, wake him up. Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Traveler,
Does that mean I get strong? Use my abilities. I still lack one level. But soon, we all make it come to fruition. I look full of max.
That little girl must have...
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep, yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't know. Oh, it's from you. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyno's reinstatement as the General As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you.
Oh,
Oh.
I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
I wouldn't call myself confident. Just merely unthinking.
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have...
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari. Everything has been getting better lately, and my mood has been improving. You can come find me anytime if you need anything. You're welcome. I was just doing my duty. Remember to talk to Master...
Actually, I'm curious. Okay, fair enough. I was curious if I could.
Ah, good morning.
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well.
Well, from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my forest.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better...
Yes, but there are still... The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zone...
By the way, we have some good news. Cyno got his...
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it.
Huh? You mean he was already here?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions.
And you probably already know all about the
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about...
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Cyno? He didn't...
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know...
Come to think of it, Cyno doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Cyno's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. You see, some VIPs have come to the
Huh?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideology. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine. As a result, work has increased for...
That sounds really...
There's nothing we can do, but that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand.
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that...
You've recovered well.
Yay!
She defeated her. It defeated him / it with the assistance of her own skill and power to cause reality into causality. Sure, it's amongst the people. When you think about it, she needed someone to do the dirty work. She's not capable of only being merely born. It makes sense. Saying that she didn't do it is a lie too. Another one up taking. Before we end this lovely little storyline, let's collect some ingredients. Let's see if there's any secret chest that I've yet to find. That giant library might have something I'm looking for. Nope. Also, wouldn't this make sense for one? More books to add more knowledge. An off little joke, I guess. Next is Fontaine. I wonder, what will I find? No chest, huh? Damn shame. I was really banking on some secret loot. Not even a book. I would say it's a waste of time, but beauty itself is still beauty. I guess we go down one more level. There could be something. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letters, and here we are!
You're the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all. You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense! It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Do I have to?
Yeah, we can also check out how...
As for Sino, I'm not too... As for Junior's...
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Interesting. How much more do I have to go until I get my full power
We
of
haven't seen
Genshin?
Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cavey was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way! We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Oh, please. I'm annoyed. Let's see. Gotcha, that's a far more annoying. Way too down. I was already spawned just left. Holy shit. Oh, Yeah, it could be a temple like this. How intriguing.
Is it possible to install a vision on a mechanical frame?
Oh, Hatham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like...
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh? You sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
You see? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my
Ha! What was your first
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh. And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great...
Like I need to tell you.
No, I think we deserve to know.
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand, which is truly unfortunate. I can only... Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru.
Ha! And you think...
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
What adorable little children bickering.
Hey, Hatham!
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that.
You refused it.
You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But I refused.
Huh? But why? Ugh, can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office.
Interesting. Again, it would make more sense if you were part of that.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
You look like a married couple, constantly bickering and fighting.
That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars. Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
Neato. Screw potato. Let's get to the point. At least achievements are better than none. Interesting. What? An interesting man to send up clue. Thank you for leading the way, my dear little lights.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my... I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever! Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Damn, okay.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
Cute, adorable puppy.
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second! You make it sound like you're leaving now!
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately, and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in our village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had some... Don't mention it.
All right, on to our next stop.
Interesting. How long will you go to make me do this? I'm more interested in the power, not this. I still need to reach my full potential. Oh, I'm not happy with this either. I despise it.
It's been a while since we last visited our... Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And... huh? Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole...
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Ataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow... As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Satarian know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday, I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well.
Got it.
Today's the big day! Let's... the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here! Whoa! It's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing!
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumerus. Everyone that came said...
Feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job.
My lady sure has a way with words.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something...
We owe it to our abilities.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a... Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, it was almost like a performance. We took this, everyone played their part.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing.
Yes, even after being a... Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face?
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to... Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used... If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it...
Perhaps I shouldn't say...
You could simply...
I respect our... While we're on this...
Are you trying to say that I'm fit?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now. Why?
Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait.
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came—
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day. Just like I'm doing now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I seldom participate in such lively— No, the Grand Bazaar— that happy— Oh well.
The atmosphere here is good. I don't often have a lot to handle these days.
Well, how is it? Are you— It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. You see, make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think of me. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy, Nilou and—
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up one— Of course, just— It's me. You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
Please say thank you to everyone. Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful... let me think about it. Okay. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky. Everyone!
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
It's me.
Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you... Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you... Alright, since you're... She should be in the...
Hello, Traveler and Pine. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed.
So are we. And that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know? After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, the Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the Academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the other big issue is the people of King Deshret. I've already taken some measures. You mean, what happened after the doc? You guessed correctly. However, in spite of the I'm sure you remember the entity that... In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the exchange served as both punishment for the Doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom. He's still in a coma. I know you have many misgivings about him. Don't worry. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Something his future will be. Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know.
Does their Archon
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence. Anyway, let's just say she. Are you sure?
Huh?
About your sister. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
Yeah, isn't Irminsul a repository?
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out, the world.
What?
There is only one possible explanation.
But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly, after the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the Seven Nations, but just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion...
What do you mean, Fuzzy?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately and whoever it is. If they can do that...
But even that wouldn't...
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a Descender?
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received. A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External being, Traveler. You are Teyvat's fourth Descender.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Prince. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify. And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have... There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through, and soon. I'm very... If fate is the ultimate...
I'm unsure what...
The pleasure is... Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your...
3S stone.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Oz, reveal thyself! Cry out my illustrious name.